Solo Leveling is the only manhwa to ever matter ever. Nobody even cares about the runner-up. It's the biggest anime right now. It's got fights. It's got aura. It's got hype moments. I don't know what top 5 you're smoking on, but my top 5 is Solo Leveling, Solo Leveling, Solo Leveling follows Dong-ship-poo, its main character. He's the weakest hunter in Korea. Everybody makes fun of him because he sucks. But after something happens in episode 1, he gains an overpowered ability, becomes cool and awesome, proving everybody wrong. Dong-poo proves everyone wrong. That's kind of it. This show is willing to sacrifice everything for the sake of glazing Dong-ship-poo. There are literally 0 interesting side characters, and the world is this grey cityscape where nobody can put an outfit together. Ain't that sad? Even your least favourite shonen probably has some decent outfits. This obsession with aura farming is so intense that I came up with a formula to predict everything that happens in Season 2. What makes Dong-poo look the coolest? Dong-poo is going with a squad into a dungeon even though they think he's a weak nobody. Well, something's going to go wrong. It's secretly an ultra-hard dungeon, and Dong-ship-poo has to save them all, proving them all wrong. Look at him prove him wrong. A female character is introduced? Well, she's gonna fall in love with him because of how cool he is.
Miss Han is underage. You do know that, right?
What about it?
Powerful character intimidating Dong-ship-poo? Well, he's gonna out-intimidate him, proves him wrong. Dong-poo goes to evaluate his power. Of course he breaks the system because he's too strong.
His mana levels are so incredibly high that they can't even be measured by our equipment.
The chairman of the Hunter Association asks him to join him. Well, Dong-ship-poo is an awesome lone wolf. He's gonna reject the offers.
I'm sorry, sir. I have to decline.
Dong-poo is going with a squad into a dungeon even though they think he's a weak nobody. Well, something is going to go wrong. It's secretly an ultra-hard dungeon, and Dong-ship-poo has to save everyone, proving them all wrong.
Gravity acceleration.
Do I have your permission to kill every beast in here?
Do you get it? Are you starting to get it? But hey, I mean, since we have so much focus on Dong-ship-poo, at least he's a pretty good character, right? Dong-ship-poo is more of a cardboard cutout than he is an actual human being. He really isn't any different to a self-insert isekai MC. He goes from weak to strong in about 5 episodes, then boom, that's his development done. His personality is set as cool, strong guy. Midway through Season 2, he's already the strongest hunter. His motivations? Well, he's trying to care for his family, but at the same time, he doesn't really seem to give a shit about them. Ignoring his sister 24/7 makes him look cooler. I was also really disappointed by his powers. You would think that they would go super deep into exploring the mechanics and the limitations of his powers, because it's still a battle shonen. But no, it's super vague stuff, even by Season 2. So overall, you have this predictable, dull plot with these insufferably boring side characters and a main character that is trying so hard to be cool, it kind of just comes off as cringe. And what happens? It becomes the biggest anime of early 2025. Guys, I am barely an elitist. I got some widely beloved shonen as some of my favourite shows. But 8.9? What, you throw some aura into something and you'll all just eat it up? The minute the main guy stops being cool, you lose your shit and dislike the episode? Quite frankly, I am disappointed in some of you. Do you actually find this cool? This is like watching a Quiet Kid Owns Bully compilation. On repeat. Aura is a tool that you use to give a character some, how do I say this? Source. I am already getting sick and tired of this word, but when you think of some of the world-class aura merchants, you're thinking Killua, Green Guy Dragon Ball, Alien Girl Thing. There's real heart in this stuff. What the fuck is Killua doing here? Solo Leveling doesn't have shit on any of these. Fucking Yukari has more aura than Dong-ship-poo. But here comes the saving grace, the factor that will solve everything. Fights. I can remember a Young Boy lyric that encapsulates my thoughts perfectly on Solo Leveling's fights. I feel like a Demon Slayer hater in 2019. I've already established that it's predictable, but there's also some of the least strategy I've seen in a battle anime, and obviously there's nothing ideological going on because the villains are either NPCs or comically evil, and they're all boring as shit anyway. Having good animation is cool and all, but it gets cancelled out by the fact that everybody has pointy chins. I hate that shit. However, this isn't why I'm making this video. I already made a Solo Leveling video where I made the Dong-ship-poo joke and it was like a year ago. Even then, if you're into anime, shitting on Solo Leveling for being bad is becoming increasingly common. Most of you probably agree with me to some extent, and if you don't, please don't be mean to me. The real reason I'm making this video, what's really got me riled up is because of... I really want to clarify right now that I'm not saying Solo Leveling bad because it copies show I like. What I'm saying is Solo Leveling takes concepts done in other anime and uses them so poorly it's funny enough for me to talk about them. Before we get to the main offender of Season 2, which I'm sure some of you already know, let's go on a little trial run. Parasite is one of those shows that you don't realise how influential it was until you actually watch it. One of the main themes of Parasite is the idea of a character losing aspects of their humanity as they gain their newfound powers. This question of whether its main character Shinichi is still truly Shinichi is constantly thrown around, and 3/4 of the show is spent dealing with his internal conflict. Shinichi struggles with his strength, his inability to cry, and how his cold attitude is constantly driving away the ones that he loves. One day the Solo Leveling author remembers Parasite, so he throws a flashback to when Dongpu made his mother burn herself, like in Parasite, and he makes Dongpu go, "Wow, I'm so cool, am I even human anymore, man?" I mean, sure, it's not a huge deal, it's like one scene, but the problem is that the anime I watched right before Solo Leveling Season 2 was Parasite. It was really fresh in my mind. So seeing Solo Leveling's take on this inner conflict was really funny. It was more of a random homage to Parasite than it was an actual character development. Now the elephant in the room here, the real big boy to be discussed, is that Solo Leveling has its own Chimera Ant arc. It's Hunter x Hunter's Chimera Ant arc squeezed down into 4 episodes. Seriously, it's about a colony of magical ants that live on a relatively secluded part of the world with a queen ant who gives birth to increasingly stronger, man-eating magical ants. Then the hunters get a word of this and realise they gotta step in. One day, the queen goes, "I'm gonna make a really strong one now," and she gives birth to the king, who is the strongest relevant character in the show up until this point, and he's able to wipe the floor with everybody. Even the super strong guys we just built up. They didn't even change the type of insect that they were. If you take everything good about the Chimera Ant arc and you squeeze it down to its barest essentials, remove all of the juicy character moments, all of the messaging, and you have the same damn plot synopsis. When not Meruem appeared and walked past all the hunters like when actual Meruem appeared and walked past the hunters, I nearly lost my shit. I don't expect Solo Leveling to have deep commentary on social issues or for it to have super compelling character arcs, but you could have at least put your own spin on the Chimera Ant arc, you know? Maybe if the ants were, I don't fuck, you know, big-ass humans, like Titans, and instead of the hunters invading Jeju Island, the Titans invaded the main guy's headquarters and tried to eat them all. There's an idea, see? So what's the moral of all this? Are you actually stupid if you like Solo Leveling? No, not really. It just really doesn't help that all the stupidest people I know love Solo Leveling. Maybe I'm just angry that the future of anime is going to be 1,000 more webtoon power fantasy adaptations. He always proves them all wrong. Every time. He proves them all wrong every time I watch it. Every time I watch it, he proves them all wrong.